Welcome back to another exciting episode of Four Wolves Takes, where your boy, Artis Woods, will bring you four fresh Minnesota Timberwolves takes. I didn't get a chance to say Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I didn't get a chance to say Happy New Year, welcome to 2025, so Happy New Year, welcome to 2025. And as always, it is an honor and a privilege to be in front of you all today in this new year, 2025, to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, thank you for everyone that is watching on this cold Saturday morning. I have a lot to get to today. I have a lot to say today, especially in regards to Anthony Edwards, because he's struggling and we got to talk about it. We got to hold him accountable and we got to talk about it. Even though that's my guy, as far as just being a fan, we got to talk about it. But before I get into that, before I get into some adjustments that I think should be made, I got to be real with y'all. I got to be honest. My first take of the day is one that I was holding back for a while. It's a thought I've had. You guys have said it in the comment section, and I've ignored it because I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to go there. Not yet. It's too early. It's too soon. It's not even at the All-Star break yet. But I must admit, you guys were right. I have seen enough ball to know now it is time to lower the expectations. It's time, y'all. It's time. I know most of y'all have already lowered set expectations. I know a lot of y'all already know that this team is probably not going to the finals, probably not duplicating the success they had just last year. Most of you guys know this. Most of you guys have sensed that. And I've been the one that is late to the party because I'm just very optimistic. What can I say? I'm very optimistic. They can figure this out. I know what I just saw. I'm very, I believe in the team, but I'm also a realist. And I got to be honest. What I'm seeing, man, it's just not good enough to do the things that I hope they will be able to do this year. And it is still early, but it's not. It's late enough in the season for me to be like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen as much as it pains me to say. Like, some nights we see great energy and effort. Other nights we simply don't. Some nights we see guys making shots and playing well. Some nights we don't. Anthony Edwards is not playing well offensively as far as scoring the basketball, and that has been a running theme for a while now. So that's something to keep our eyes on as well as we go through this season, inching towards at some point the All-Star break. I still have issues with rotations and things of that nature. I think there's still chemistry issues as far as on the floor, maybe not as far as how guys like each other in the locker room, but just on the court. I think there's still chemistry issues. And unless the Wolves make a move, which at this point I'm not confident they'll do this year, this is what we're looking at. What you see is what you get. They need a bona fide point guard. And I don't know if they're going to make that happen. And so as presently constructed, I got to lower my expectations. I probably should have put my expectations instead of our expectations because I know my expectations are different than a lot of people. And I understand that, Hurts to say, but it needed to be said because I just needed to preference every other take I have today with that first. Because some of this for me is a reset button. Now that I know this team is not doing what I thought they would do, it's time to start having some different conversations about what should happen for this season, right? And I'm not saying this team is trash or the team is awful or the team isn't going to make the playoffs. I still believe they're a playoff team. I still believe they can finish within the top 6 seeds. And, right now they're 8th right now. I still believe they could be a top 6 seed and avoid the play-in tournament. But beyond that, I ain't so sure. I'm just not so sure. Take number 2 on the day. Now it's time to talk about Anthony Edwards. I didn't want to do this today. As a matter of fact, I've been dodging this take. I think I glossed around it a while ago. Touched on it a bit, but I just expected it to change. I'm like, Anthony Edwards, okay, he in a bit of a slump. He'll get out of it. It'll be fine. There's no need to really harp on that. Let's focus on some other things, right? But this is now such a glaring issue that I have to address it. I have a lot of different thoughts. A lot of different thoughts in regards to Anthony Edwards right now. The first thing I want to say is this. Yes, Anthony Edwards is frustrated. Wouldn't you be? Anthony Edwards is a guy who is accustomed to dropping 27 to 30 a game. He's accustomed to going off offensively at will. That's what he's been able to do for, I believe, a vast majority of his career. He's been able to just do what he wants out there on the basketball floor. Attack when he wants, shoot when he wants, not have to worry about too many double teams. Yes, you see it in the playoffs, but the playoffs is a little bit different in the regular season, right? I guess you expect it more in the playoffs because it's the playoffs. Maybe you don't expect it as much in the regular season. And so I get it. Anthony Edwards has not scored 30 points since December 6th, 2024. Again, Happy New Year. It's 2025. He has not scored 30 points since December 6th of last year. That's literally about a month ago. It's the third while I record. Y'all gonna see this on the fourth Saturday morning, right? So it's been a good minute since he's had a great offensive explosion, I would say. And so, yeah, in a night where you're feeding your teammates and in the third quarter of a game against the defending champs, guys are making shots, but you're not scoring the ball, and it's been a running thing now for a while. I mean, multiple games in a row where he struggled. If you go all the way back to the Knicks game, 17 points, 19 points, 16 points. You got a 26 and a 24-point game in there. Then it's back to 14, 20, and then you end the Boston game with 15 points, shooting 5 of 16 from the field. Yeah, you're going to be a little frustrated if you're a natural born scorer like Anthony Edwards, even though guys around you are making shots. I don't want to play like that, is what he said after the game. I don't want to play like that. And again, I love Ant's honesty. I said it before. It was a take I had previously. I love his honesty. I love when he's being himself. Look, man, I don't want to play like that. He was being real. Probably shouldn't have said that, but we know he don't really want to play like that, even though that's winning basketball. I don't really want to play like that. And to be honest, at times, we all know, even when he does play like that, guys aren't always making shots the way they was making shots in the Boston game. We know that. That's just a fact. Guys are not always making the open shots, the open threes, the open layups at times, if we're being honest. He missed one in this game that was pretty bad in this Boston game. But guys are not always taking advantage of the opportunities that he gives them. We've seen it. So I get the frustration. But this is my advice to Anthony Edwards. And who am I? I'm just Artis Woods. I'm a fan of the game. I'm an analyst. But I'm not in the locker room right now. I'm not a coach. I'm not in the league. You know, I played some basketball when I was a little younger. You know, I played some AAU ball. I played at a high level. It was pretty good. You know, it wasn't amazing, but I wasn't no Anthony Edwards. I was decent. I was okay. You know what I mean? I know a little bit about ball, is what I'm saying. The first thing I would do if I was Anthony Edwards is recognize I am not the only one who has experienced this problem. All of the greats have went through this problem. MJ, Kobe, right? LeBron, Steph Curry. But Steph Curry is moving nonstop off ball, so it's hard to double team him. But he's experienced it when he's bringing the ball up in front of the defense all the time, right? I would call guys who played my position at a high level, Hall of Fame caliber guys. Tracy McGrady. Give Tracy McGrady a call. Carmelo Anthony. Give Carmelo Anthony a call. Allen Iverson. Give Allen Iverson a call. Vince Carter just had his number retired in Toronto. Number in the Raptors. Beautiful banner, by the way. How did y'all adjust to teams double teaming y'all? How did y'all adjust? Because y'all still got buckets. So how did y'all adjust? Because the way I see it, Anthony Edwards has two solutions. Either get comfortable playing in a way you don't like to play, even though it might be winning basketball. Jason Tatum played like that, you know, in the NBA Finals all throughout the playoffs and won a championship off of it. But if you don't want to play like that, by all means, maybe don't play like that. If that's not fun, maybe don't play like that. Right? I believe either way. He could play the right way like that, or he could just go out there and continue to get buckets and still win games. We saw it last year, right? So Either get comfortable playing like that. Just, hey, they double teaming, ball out, move the ball around. Somebody get an open shot, somebody get an open dunk layup, and I'm just comfortable playing like that, letting my guys eat, and I'll pick my spots on the floor like how we seen Jason Tatum do all of the playoffs last year and into the finals. Or again, I'm calling those guys and I'm asking them, how did y'all get buckets through these double teams? Because the way I'm looking at Anthony Edwards' game at times, as a fan, right, and as an analyst, without obviously talking to Carmelo and all of these guys, when I watch him, my solutions are pretty basic, right? I look and see, man, you said you learned from Steph Curry in the offseason about off-ball movement. Where's the off-ball movement? Maybe getting Julius Randle kind of throws things off a bit. Maybe you practice that with, Steph Curry and the team, and you was counting on Karl Anthony Towns to be there. And now that Julius Randle's there, when Julius Randle has the ball, he's bringing the ball up court. You're kind of like a decoy because you just kind of want to see, is he going to attack the basket? Is he going to do a step back three? Either way, I just want to give him space to shoot. It just seems like he's sitting, he ball watching. I'm looking like, bro, where's the backdoor cut? Where's the cut to the paint? Where's the cut to the elbow for a mid-range shot? Like, where's the off-ball screens for him? Like, he just oftentimes is sitting there. Again, I don't know if a play is designed for someone else and he's just a decoy, but it seems like more times than not, he's just off to the side, not doing anything. And it's like, yo, can we get some type of movement so he can get an open shot, an easy shot, closer to the basket? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Man, he's not moving around at all when I watch these games at times. It seems that way, right? The other solution is this. There are too many times when I watch Anthony Edwards where Anthony Edwards gets the ball, whether it be the right wing, the left wing, most of the time he bringing the ball up and it's at the top of the key. And like I always say, he got 8 eyes on him every time. And what Anthony Edwards does, tween, cross, tween, cross, and it's almost like he's waiting to see if the defense is going to double team. Like, all right, let's survey the court. Are they coming with the double team, or do I have an opportunity to attack here? It's like he's trying to think the game instead of just play the game at times. It's like defenses are now in his head. What should I do? Oh, all right, double team, pass here. Oh, maybe they're not double teaming. All right, maybe I can attack now. And then a double team comes late. Or he's doing that, and it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do a step back three. Maybe he's just sizing up to do a step back three. But the way I look at it is, sometimes, man, you got to catch the ball and attack immediately. Sometimes he has opportunities to beat the double team before it gets there. But instead, he gets the ball, he dribbles out, he allows the defense to set up, get in position to double team him, and then he has to come off the ball. So that's just me watching. It's like sometimes, Ant, just get the ball and go. Like, just hoop. Get the ball. If you want to go score, get the ball and go to the free throw line. Get to the mid-range, right? Get to your spots on the floor. I don't know if he knows his spots on the floor just yet, but I know he's got the mid-range game down pat. I know he's got the bank shot down pat. Get to those spots on the floor and just rise up, right? One dribble pull up, rise up quick before the double team gets there. You could pull a Kobe, right? Kobe used to say, y'all gonna double team, you got to send another because I'm about to shoot over this double team. If that's what you want to do, be my guest, right? I know everybody's not Kobe Bryant. I view Anthony Edwards as a guy that can be Kobe. I truly do. But that was his mindset. Bring another. You're going to have to because I'm still finna score. If that's going to be your mindset, allow that to be your mindset. But, bro, attack. I think he is thinking too much. And these defenses are going to, he knows this. They're going to keep doing this. They are going to keep double teaming him because now he has made it clear that the way that they just forced him to play, the Boston Celtics, the way they just made him play, I don't like playing like that. And it makes me uncomfortable. I hate playing like that. I'm 23. I'm trying to score. It's what I've done at every level that I've played this game. He didn't say this, but I'm going to say it for him. High school, score. AAU, before that, score. College, Georgia, scorer. Wolves, rookie season, score. Second season, score. In the playoffs, I score the ball. That's what I do at my best. I can facilitate, I can rebound, but what I do at my core, I score. I feel you. Go score. Stop thinking so much and go score. Now, again, it's not as easy as I made it sound, obviously. And I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what Coach Finch is telling him. I'm sure Coach Finch is like, you know what, back out, survey the court. If they double, hit this player, hit that player, hit this player. I'm sure that's being said at times. But if it's frustrating you that much, you are Anthony Edwards. Go get a bucket. That's how I see it. That's honestly how I see it. Either get comfortable playing the right way or hit up those veterans and say, how did y'all attack? Because all of those guys dealt with it, attacked, and still found ways to score. All of them did. All of them did. Now, none of them won a championship. Just saying. None of the guys I mentioned. But there are some guys that scored over double teams and stuff like that did win championships. Some of them are just active, though, like Steph, LeBron, KD. Them guys are active. Kobe, God rest his soul, he's not here with us anymore. He'd have been the perfect guy to call for this. But obviously you can't, right? There's some other guys. I'm sure some legends. I'm forgetting about that one. I don't know if you can get a hold of MJ. I might try to. Yo, because we know MJ was getting doubled. So, hey, how'd you do it? Maybe he can help you out. I don't know. But I'm just saying that's if I was Anthony Edwards, I would make a decision on which one I want to do right now, because he's going to have to make a decision and go with that. That's what I would do if I was in Anthony Edwards' shoes. But the way he's playing right now, man, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. And I hate to do this again, but it's just the truth, man. It's just the truth. Next take of the day. By the way, I do believe he's going to figure it out. He's very young. It's obvious he's very young. He's got a ton of time left. He's not nowhere near his prime. I don't want anybody getting these. You know, if you search on social media right now, you see a bunch of Anthony Edwards is overrated. They were really comparing this guy to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and this guy is a fraud, and he's regressed. And he's 23, bro. He got time. He got more than enough time to figure this stuff out. New teammate, new system. Things are different. He's trying to adjust, and it's a tough adjustment. On top of teams are playing him now like he is Kobe Bryant. So it's a lot to adjust to, but he will eventually make the adjustment. So I don't want nobody overreacting to that, but it's just a lot of truth. Got to make a decision. Take number 3 on the day. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I've already said this. Well, I didn't say this exactly. I just said give him more playing time. But y'all have heard me talk about Rob Dillingham quite a bit. At this point, I say Rob Dillingham should start. I understand Rob Dillingham is hurt right now before anybody's like, he's hurt. You making him a take and he's hurt? I know he's hurt. People, I know he's hurt. This is more so a future take. When he gets back from this injury, I'm starting Rob Dillingham. He is now the starter. That's what I'm doing. He's the starter. I have seen enough for Mike Conley this season to know that Mike Conley is just simply not the same Mike Conley that he was last season or the season before. He's just not. I think Mike Conley is still a very serviceable veteran. I think Mike Conley is still going to be a great veteran for Rob Dillingham. I do. But we got to dial the minutes back. I think Mike Conley can still play some valuable minutes. Fourth quarter, second quarter, ending quarters. I still think he could play some very, very valuable minutes, help steer the ship some. For sure, they still need that veteran presence out there without a guy like Kyle Anderson, right? But as far as somebody who defenses got to watch out for, a wild card player who, I don't know what this young man going to do. He can attack the basket. He can finish at the rack. He can shoot the three. He can find an open teammate. Yeah, we can exploit him on defense all day. But offensively, he's going to free up some space for a lot of players, one being Anthony Edwards. I'm just going to rock with that, especially because, like I said in my first take of the day, expectations aren't what they were. Expectations are not what they were. And so at this point, you might as well, hey, man, we're going to throw him out here and we're going to let him learn from his mistakes. We're going to allow him to take his bumps, lumps, and bruises and go from there. Just might as well, bro. Let him fill it out. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Let him do his thing. He's going to have games where he's a high turnover guy. He's going to have games where the plus minus is not where it needs to be. Yes. He's also going to have games where he's getting absolutely smoked defensively. We know this. He's going to have some games where he explodes offensively too, though. He's going to have some games where he's shooting the 3-ball well. Some games where he's attacking the basket very well. Some games where he's making some big-time shots. Some games where he's helping, again, to space the floor off for guys like Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards' offense is now exploding like how it once was. He's going to have some high assist games. It's going to be up and down. But I'd rather deal with that up and down than consistently put Mike Conley out there, and he's just not the same player. He's just not the same guy at this point. And there's no shot at Mike Conley. Father Time catches everyone, and Father Time seems to have caught Mike Conley. Natural. Give the young man the starting spot, in my personal opinion. That's what I would do when he gets back healthy, and just deal with what comes with it. If you throw him out there, though, again, I think it opens up the floor quite a bit for Anthony Edwards. And to add on to that, something else I would do, my last take of the day. We see Julius Randle with the second unit. It equals success. He's been balling with the second unit, playing at a very high level. Eye tests will tell you that. The numbers will tell you that. So what I would do if I was Coach Finch, I wouldn't bench Julius Randle. I would not bench him. But it might be one of them situations where I'm going to start you for like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to bring in Naz Reid, and he's going to run mainly with the starters. I might do that. So I might run lineups where it is Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert. I think, again, it spaces the floor out and it takes some of the confusion out of the game for Anthony Edwards at times. Now, there's going to be fourth quarters, and there's going to be times where Randle has it going. You can't take him out. And he's going to have to play in the fourth quarter with Ant, and they just got to get the chemistry down. There's going to be times where Naz Reid just don't have it going. And Julius he's the guy when it matters. And this is the thing. He's a superstar in this league. He's a star in this league, Julius Randle. So I'm not pulling his minutes all the way back. I'm not doing anything drastic like that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything crazy, because once you do that to a star like Julius Randle, especially a star that has it going the way he has it going right now, then it affects the morale. It affects the psyche. And you don't want to do that to a guy like Julius Randle, who has earned his place in this league as a star, right? But I think what's best for the team and what may be best for your star player is put Naz Reid out there, because Naz Reid isn't a guy you got to worry about bringing the ball up court. He already has a ton of chemistry with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, I don't think, will hesitate to do backdoor actions, backdoor cuts, things of that nature when Naz Reid has the ball in his hands, because, again, they already have unspoken chemistry on the floor. I feel the same way about Dillingham, even though they don't have that unspoken chemistry. It's not a situation where, at least I believe, Anthony Edwards will be looking at Dillingham like, is he going to do a step back three here? Is he going to attack the basket? I just want to stay out of his way. Like how I feel like it is oftentimes with the starter, this Julius Randle. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm going to give him space to do whatever he's going to do and live with the results. I think you put Naz Reid out there and you tell Naz Reid, kind of want you to beat Cat. I said it. Because we saw it last year when Cat missed time. Naz Reid filled in that role very well, shooting the ball from the three at a high level, attacking the basket, and even was decent defensively, just like Cat. And my thought at that time was, man, if they were to let go of Cat, Naz Reid will fill in that void very well. Well, you could do the same thing now. I kind of need you to be Cat. I kind of need you to space out, stay on the perimeter, and shoot treys. I kind of need you to, when you get the ball, attack the basket, kind of like how Cat did. Maybe every now and then go to the low block, even though that's not really his game. Every now and then, but for the most part, Cat loves the perimeter. He loves the three-point shot, and that helped space the floor for Anthony Edwards to attack the basket. Because right now, he's shooting all these threes, and early in the season, it worked. And lately he hasn't been hitting it at a high level, but I mean, we know he can shoot the three at a high level, but now it's kind of becoming almost like a crutch at times, if I'm being honest. And he's not putting the same pressure on the defense that he should. And so Naz Reid on the outside. Now you got Dillingham bringing the ball up. We know Jaden McDaniels can still hit the three from time to time, right? Rudy Gobert is a conversation for another episode. Rudy is there defensively. I know offensively is not the same. He kind of can be a liability at times, but you need him there defensively at this point with the way this team is constructed. So you kind of got to deal with that. But it's not like Anthony Edwards hasn't dealt with that before. It's not like he hasn't dealt with that before. So that's the lineup I would run. I'll put those guys out there and say, let's see what happens. At this point, you might as well, let's just see what happens for an extended period of time. That's 5, right? Make sure Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniels, Naz Reid, and Rudy Gobert. Yeah, that's what I would do if I was coach. That would basically be my starting lineup without fully saying that's my starting lineup. As far as like the Naz and Rudy or the Naz and Julius Randle thing is concerned. That's what I would do until Anthony Edwards and Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle can kind of figure that chemistry out where Anthony Edwards can still be Anthony Edwards while Julius Randle is being Julius Randle. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. So those are my takes for the day, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode. Like I said, man, it hurts to say that the Wolves are not what I thought they were. But we're in this for the long haul. Not just for this season. It is what it is. Sometimes teams take steps back. Who knows? They might still make a move. I doubt it, but who knows? It might still happen. And if that does, we're having different conversations. But as of now, they're the 8th seed. And they just don't look so hot. Anthony Edwards. Play like Jason Tatum did last year in the playoffs, finals. Facilitating. Being okay coming off the ball when the double team comes. Or give that call to those vets and figure out how they attack those double teams. Don't take my word for it. Call those guys. The guys who did it at that level that you respect. How did y'all attack these double teams? That's what I would do. If you still want to go out there and get buckets through it all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to this week's episode again of 4 Wolves Takes. I'll catch y'all next time.